In this Jackie Robinson Day matchup, we'll see the Chicago Cubs as they play against the Colorado Rockies. 2K Sports presents MLB 2K11.
We welcome you to Colorado and a look at the fountains in the outfield here at Coors Field. The hometown advantage today will go to the Colorado Rockies here in the land of the Mile High. And I'm Gary Thorne with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. Welcome, Major League Baseball, 2K Sports. Starting on the mound, we will see Tim Lincecum. As he gets going against these Cub hitters, what's in store?
Well, pitching's the key to win any ball game, and with their quality right-hander on the mound today, that's going to be a key as well against this outstanding lineup. He's going to have to execute his pitches to get the outs.
Now we'll take a look at the Cubs offense.
Now some kind of offense right here, star-studded lineup, and really great length and depth with guys that really can put the ball in play.
Hanson at the plate. He's leadoff man in our game. Slider just misses 1-0. It's the Chicago Cubs coming off a win. Maybe a likely outcome after winning the first two games in the three-game set, so they sweep, going 3 for 3 against the Astros in Houston. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Took an extra frame to get it done, but they did pick up the W in 10.
Yeah, and that's just enough to get that victory in what a hard-fought ball game.
Drilled towards the hole, and Votto makes that play. Take a moment here to show you how the Rockies will stack up on defense. Any picks, John?
Well, a guy that's made great improvements at his position is Hanley Ramirez. Still makes a lot of errors he shouldn't make because of lack of concentration. But boy, you love the athleticism, you love his above-average throwing arm, and the fact that he's a 20, 25, 30 homer guy doesn't hurt either.
And Santos is batting.
Well, guys, Tim Lincecum didn't win his third consecutive Cy Young, but most pitchers would love to have a 16-10 record like the Freak did in 2010.
Can't get him to chase it. That's low, ball one. Lincecum finished up with a 3.43 last year. Struck out 231. I don't think there's a hitter in the game, Steve, that wants to face him.
I think the one thing to remember, the month of August, he lost 5 straight games, but he was able to put things back together in September, and I wasn't sure he was going to be able to do that. His mechanics got out of sync, he lost velocity, but he found new life. Conditioning going to be important his offseason.
1-1 pitch, slider, taken for a strike, 1-2.
He has great bite on this slider, throwing it down and into the hitter, gets away with one, and he gets in for the strike.
Lincecum with the delivery. That pitch misses low, 2-2 now.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
Foul ball behind home plate.
Foul!
And that's another foul ball.
Well, he's doing everything he can to stay alive on this 2-2 count. A nice defensive swing. Make sure he just got enough of the bat on it. Hits it foul. Now let's see where it goes from here.
And Posey makes the catch. That's the second out of the inning.
This one goes right up the chute. Sometimes it's hard for a catcher to gauge these sorts of pop-ups, but he had no problem with it.
It's Sosa at the plate. Base is empty with 2 outs.
Ball!
That one's in the dirt. Nice stop. Now the 1-0 pitch.
Ball!
Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. He's come back with one on the outside corner, 2-1.
Outstanding rotation on that pitch. Look at the mechanics for this pitcher. It comes out of his hand and just falls off the table.
And he swings and hits this one foul. Here's the pitch. And he fouls another one off. Slider called strike 3. Side is retired. And nothing across here in this half of the inning. Soon it'll be the Colorado Rockies, bottom of the first. And it'll be Fergie Jenkins doing the pitching. He'll be the starter for Chicago. Steve, as he faces these Colorado hitters, what's he got on his mind?
Now, this right-hander has quality stuff, and it doesn't really matter oftentimes who he's facing. If he executes his pitches and pitches his game, he's got a chance to come out on top.
And Ramirez settles in. First pitch. Swings and misses the slider. 0-1.
Now, got to be feeling good today. Picked up a couple hits in the game last night.
Good patience. Hanley Ramirez letting it go by. Count is even. Colorado, they won last night. They ended up with the edge, going 3 for 4 in the series against the Mets in New York. Hit up the middle.
Well, that's the start this team needed. Get that first guy in the inning up, get him on base, and let's see if they can bring him around to score.
Presenting our starting lineup. This is what Jim Tracy's done with the offense. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, when you're talking about the best second baseman in all of baseball, Dan Uggla usually doesn't come up. But when you look at the power he can put up for that position, there's none better in the game than Dan Uggla. He swings hard, he strikes out a lot, but he also hits the ball of the ballpark at a pretty regular basis. He can change this game with a great swing.
Low for ball 1.
Well, that's the pitch you want for the ground ball out. That two-seam fastball at the bottom of the strike zone. Just couldn't quite catch the plate. Good eye by the hitter.
On the way. Fastball low, 2-0. Fastball can't catch the corner. He's behind 3-0.
Well, you fall behind 3-0, and this is when the pitcher has to be careful. He just can't throw a cookie in there and expect the hitter to take it.
Here's a fly ball to straightaway left. Williams will field. Comes up with it in his tracks. Let's take a quick look as the Cubs on the field will line up like this. And it's Joey Votto at the plate. 1 away.
Well, guys, a breakout year wouldn't do justice to the year Joey Votto had in 2010. He was unbelievable, putting himself as one of the elite players in the National League.
First pitch, a slider outside, 1-0. Votto's numbers, what John was talking about, 324 average, 37 homers, and 113 RBIs from a guy nobody had even heard of before.
Well, led the National League in slugging percentage as well. And, you know, he's kind of growing into this over the last couple of seasons. And I'll tell you what, he turned himself into an offensive force and a clutch hitter.
Swing and a line drive. And that's going to be a base hit for Votto.
Looking back to Joey Votto's numbers last year, let's see how he ranked in comparison to others. First in on-base percentage, second in batting average, and the power numbers were there for him. Third in the league in home runs. That ability to take the ball out of the ballpark, a real threat, and instruct fear into the opposing pitchers.
It's Carlos Gonzalez. He picked up 13 hits and just 23 at-bats last year off the Cubs. Here's the pitch. And he lays off that pitch upstairs, ball 1.
Now he's coming off of a game last night, a little bit disappointing. A couple of strikeouts, and he just expanded the strike zone and chased pitches off the plate.
Oh, 1-0 pitch is a fastball high, 2-0.
Well, guys, you know, anytime you trade a star player, you better get something back in return. And when the Rockies traded Matt Holliday, they got Carlos Gonzalez. Little did they know they were getting a more complete player than Matt Holliday ever was. Average, power, great defender, young. This kid's going to be around for a long time, putting up huge numbers.
And that misses. Ball 4. Now you got the sacks full.
He goes for the fastball on the 3-ball count, which is what he should do here. Be aggressive, but he throws it out of the zone, and now bases loaded. Well, pitching wins games, and it's a critical part of this key moment of this game.
And you can see he's trying to keep his composure out there, dealing with this bases loaded situation, and one away.
That's a tough situation. He can't walk a batter, but he also can't be too aggressive, throwing it over the heart of the plate and give up a home run. Tough work ahead.
Bases are loaded here with only one away. Posey gets the bat on it. He picks it up. That's one. And there's 2, a double play. Well, they do load the bases on 2 hits, but can't push across any runs. Nobody on the board yet here in Colorado. And if you are just coming on board, Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk, as we bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Lincecum, too far outside. That's a ball. The pitch. That one's low. Wilson does not go after it. The 2-0 hit in the air to left center. And Gonzalez takes care of that one. 1 away now. Here's how the Western Division race is shaping up in April, brought to you by State Farm. D-backs in first place, the Dodgers second place. It's the Rockies in third, Giants in the 4th spot, and rounding out the list, the Padres. Bases empty with 1 away. Lincecum, too far outside. That's a ball. And he looks at a fastball in there. 1-1. Taps this one foul to the right. Swing and a miss. Slider, 2 down.
He helped him right there with 2 strikes. He gets the slider, but he chases it out of the zone for strike 3. A chance here to check out how the Cubs ranked in the National League last year. 3rd in doubles, 6th in hits. And they were in the top 10 in team batting average. An offense that made a lot of contact and got a lot of base hits.
2 outs, bases empty. Called strike from Lincecum, and the count is now 0-1.
Gary, I think he decided that was a pitch he needed to take as soon as it came out of his hand. Just can't handle that fastball up and away.
Tried to get him to go after the slider. 1-1. Just off the inside part of the plate. 2-1.
Well, when you see where that pitch ended up and into the hitter, as a hitter, you have to think to yourself, all right, he has to be going down and away with this next one to try to get me to chase.
Here's one hit very well deep, and it's going to be McCutchen. And that's the 3rd out. That'll do it. And so Tim Lincecum gets him 1-2-3. Nothing doing in the first 2. Goose eggs on the board for him. And next, it'll be the Rockies getting it going. Here's Andrew McCutchen at the plate. Fastball just misses. 1-0. Here's the pitch. And he takes a strike on that fastball. 1-1.
Velocity and location are absolutely critical. That pitch was exactly where he wanted to throw it.
There's a swing and a liner. 1 away.
And a brief look here at the Rockies and how they ranked in the National League last season. First in triples, second in slugging percentage, and as a team, they can put the ball in play, ranked third overall in batting average, really showing that ability and the depth of that lineup to hit for a high average.
And Troy Tulowitzki, he'll dig in with 1 away.
Well, how do you not like Troy Tulowitzki, guys? After another top 5 finish in the MVP in 2009, 2010, he didn't disappoint.
This is in the air, straight away left. And it falls in there for a base hit. And that is going to bring Pablo Sandoval to the plate. The numbers back up what John was talking about on Tulowitzki. .315 average, career high. Same career highs in on-base percentage and slugging.
And a remarkable month of September where he absolutely just crushed the baseball with home runs, RBIs, leading the Rockies. He's also an outstanding defender.
Tulowitzki will lead off first. He deals. There's a swing and a liner towards first. That one's caught. And here's how the league home run total stood up last year, courtesy of State Farm.
Well, this is a list of hitters that strikes fear in the opposition pitching. They have to because they know with one swing of the bat, they can change the score of the game.
There's one on, and here's Dan Uggla. He sends this one in the air towards center. Wilson will field. And that's going to do it in this half inning. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand it. Nobody on the board yet here in Colorado. Last couple of hours, maybe even before the game started, it's been pretty comfortable weather, partly cloudy. And Lincecum, no luck with that pitch upstairs.
Well, he tried that four-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
The 1-0 now. He lets the 1-0 pitch go by. 1-1.
A fastball up in the zone like that, a pitch a lot of guys like to hit. He just couldn't swing the bat.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. One-two pitch coming. There's a swing and a line drive, and that gets through for a base hit. Here's a look at the schedule for the Colorado Rockies. The Chicago series will end on Sunday. They get in the ring with another National League West team, the San Francisco Giants. That's a 3-game series. Then they look forward to a competitive team, the Marlins, hosting that one. It's going to be Banks. Runner on first base, nobody out. Swing, hot shot. Wow, that was close. Right back up the middle, almost got him. The Cubs in a nice position to capitalize.
Well, infield playing back in this situation, a well-hit ball just getting by him for a base hit.
Chance is the batter now. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Posey calls for the pitch. Called strike from Lincecum, and the count is now 0-1.
He has great rotation on his breaking ball right here, and he hits the perfect spot. The hitter just gave up on it.
And here's the pitch. Called strike on a fastball, and it's 0-2.
Now that he's gotten the four-seamer down and in, look for him to go outside now.
Fastball is a waste pitch that time, 1-2.
Tried to throw it down and in right here, but the two-seamer just runs in off the plate.
The 1-2 pitch. And this is popped up on the left side. And he makes the catch, one down. And here in the early part of the season, we have a look at the Central Division standings brought to you by State Farm. It's the Cubs in first, Brewers in second place, the Reds third place, Pirates in fourth place, Cardinals in the fifth position, and wrapping up the list, the Astros.
Well, the Cubs came into this season without a chance to surprise anybody. They were expected to lead this division, and to their credit, they're getting it done.
One out with runners at first and second. And the first pitch. And that finds the outside corner for strike one.
Oh, good life on this fastball as he just buries it down and away.
Here it comes. A line drive toward short. Gets one at second. And they'll get the double play. Ramirez there to finish that. They pick up no runs on 2 hits and strand 1. You've still got the shutout here at Coors Field. Comfortable, cool Coors Field, our site. Welcome to our broadcast if you're just joining us. And the first pitch. That's off the plate away, 1-0. On the way. Here's a swing and a fly ball. And Wilson brings that one in. One down.
The center fielder has a good angle to run this one down. He calls off the left fielder. Great catch.
Now State Farm gives us a look at the hit leaders from last year. One out, bases empty. First pitch, here it comes. Waves at this bunt attempt. He misses for a strike. The pitch. Missed badly with a fastball there, 1-1. Good looking fastball. Called the ball though, 2-1. Two-1 on the way. Lays off that fastball. It's a called strike, 2-2. And that misses the outside corner to run it full, 3-2.
Well, he tried to go outside on the outside corner with that fastball right there. Just got a little bit off the plate. He's got to be careful, though. You don't want that hitter to get his arms extended.
3-2 on the way. 3-2. That misses ball 4. That is a guy you do not want to put on base.
Well, you just saw a great deal of plate discipline right there on the hitter. Maybe a little fatigue on the pitcher's part. They're not used to throwing that many pitches in one at bat, but the hitter wins it and gets that base on balls.
That's going to bring Joey Votto up. He's got the most home runs in the division. One out, man on first. Votto gets set. Here's the pitch. He swings on that 0-0 delivery, misses the fastball. Strike one. Here's the delivery. Started to go around, held up, but it's in there. 0-1. No go is the call, so he'll dig back in again. He deals. Sharp bite to that slider. 1-2.
Now, if you tuned into the ball game last night, you saw he drove in 4 runs in that game and a major offensive contributor.
And Joey Votto watches that one go by. Count is even.
A good action on that pitch, running away, but it's a ball you have to get down to the zone. Don't throw it up.
Well, he's running, taking off for second. He is safe at second base. And he throws it away, and everybody's safe. The 3-2 pitch. And that one swung on and missed by Joey Votto.
Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact with that one.
Chance with a runner on third for Carlos Gonzalez. For his team, he's number 2 in hits. Pitch on the way. Gonzalez grounds it. Throws on to first. Side is retired. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. Nobody on the board yet here in Colorado. And Santos is batting. Popped out. Foul ground last time around. Lincecum with the delivery. That one swung out and hit. And McCutchen. They take care of that one. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. It'll be Carlos Beltran and the Kansas City Royals. They'll be hosting the Seattle Mariners. That game has a start time at 7 Eastern.
Well, I guess, look, if you and John are going to be at that one, I want to go do that game too, because that looks like it's going to be a good one.
It's Sosa at the plate. 0 for 1 thus far. Nobody on base, one away. And here's the first one. Call strike from Lincecum, and the count is now 0-1.
Again, we're into the 4th inning right now, and as you start to flip the lineup over again, they've only gotten 2 hits, so they're going to have to really evaluate what they should be looking for at the plate, and maybe they need to be a little bit more patient and make them work.
Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
That misses the strike zone away to even things at 2. Tough pitch to lay off that time. Full count, 3-2.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location and, believe me, very difficult to hit.
Slider in there and gets him looking 2 down.
Cam registers this at 86 miles per hour with some pretty good break.
Got him looking on a breaking ball.
A pitch that moves like that is something that is very useful to a pitcher if he's throwing it with confidence, and you can see that what a weapon that is.
Two outs and nobody on. Now the first pitch. Ball. And Lincecum no luck with that pitch upstairs. Swung on line to right center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Wilson.
Well, the last thing you want to do is have a quick inning. That 2-out hit right there will prolong the inning. Great piece of hitting.
And it's Billy Williams, one of the best batting averages in the league. A runner on first with 2 outs. First pitch on the way. Call strike from Lincecum, and the count is now 0-1.
Well, one of the offensive leaders in the game this year, and obviously a guy who's getting the job done for this offense, and somebody they've really come to rely upon.
Here it comes. Hard grounded to short. Fielded by Ramirez. Not even close with that throw, and he's on at first. That one took a tricky hop. And we've got Sandberg batting. 0 for 1 thus far. Two down. Runners at first and second. Lincecum with the delivery. Swing and lined up the middle. That one gets through for a base hit. And here's Wilson heading home. And Wilson is in.
Well, right there, he just got a pitch he can handle, and he delivers a big RBI for the first run of the game here in the second inning.
Runners at first and third with 2 away. Here's the first pitch. And they throw wide to start the at-bat. They may be wanting to put him on. Here's the 1-0 from Lincecum. Fastball misses badly. He's behind 2-0.
When you throw a two-seam fastball, you want a ground ball, which means you want to throw it to the bottom of the zone. This pitch up could come back to cost him later in the game.
And he comes back with one that's in there, and it's 2-1.
I don't think he likes that call, but when you're diving out over the plate, sometimes that fastball up and in doesn't look like a strike even when it is.
Swings on that fastball, misses it. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball well off the mark, and it's full 3-2. Struck him out. He gets out of this with just a little hurt. fourth sees the offense. They start to settle in. First run on the board. The Cubs on top, 1-0. And here's Buster Posey. Here's the pitch to Posey. That's low and outside, 1-0. Look at the season average for him last year, 207 against the Cubs. The 1-0 pitch. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike. He watched that fastball that was in there. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2 with a swing and a miss on a fastball. The 1-2 on its way. And Buster Posey is struck out. That was a big cut and a miss.
Now K-Cam's going to show us a good look of this slider.
Fantastic piece of pitching to get that out, John.
Well, that's the part of pitching you love. He's looking for a fastball. He's expecting a fastball, and then just drop one right off the table. What a pitch.
McCutchen into the batter's box.
Well, McCutchen just picked up where he left off after his rookie season. Another solid performance in 2010. And I tell you, this kid has the chance to be a special one. Can do a lot of things on a baseball field, even starting to add some power to the arsenal.
1 out, nobody on. The first pitch starts him out with a fastball for a strike. We talk about, for Andrew McCutchen, consistency, John. Identical numbers in average and on-base percentage over the last 2 years.
Well, you love to see that with a young player, that sort of predictability and consistency in his game. And I think he's going to actually continue to grow and improve. He's a tremendous athlete.
Andrew McCutchen not fooled on the delivery, and the count is evened up. Career average .337 off the Cubs. The 1-1. Swing and a miss in the slider. 1-2. Here's the pitch. He swings, hits a ball to right field. 2 down. State Farm brings us a look at the slugging percentage leaders from last year.
Boy, it's such an asset to an offense when you hit the ball out of the ballpark, and these guys are clearly so important to their teams. That ability to drive in a run from first base or to drive yourself in from the plate.
And Troy Tulowitzki to bat. He singled in his last at bat. Base is empty and 2 down. Now Tulowitzki in the box. Slider stays inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Hit 6 for 21 last year off the Cubs. Here's the 1-0. He watches that fastball. It'll even up the count at 1-1.
I think the hitter was looking for something out over the plate that he could drive. They pounded a fastball down and in for a strike.
1-1 delivery. A fastball taken for a strike. 1-2.
Well, when you throw the fastball, that's where you want it to go. Now you can elevate a pitch next time around.
Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. And he leaves that one alone. Troy Tulowitzki, good patience, even count.
Well, anytime you're throwing a fastball down in the zone, especially down and in, the only thing a hitter can do is hit that ball into the ground. Good job of laying off.
Outside for a ball, and it's full. 3-2.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
Three-two on the way. Lost him. Ball four. Potential tying run is on.
Well, the hardest thing to do when you have an at-bat that lasts this long is sometimes you have a tendency to be impatient and chase one. Give the hitter a lot of credit. It was a close pitch, but he laid off of it to earn that walk.
And that is going to bring Pablo Sandoval to the plate.
Well, 2 outs in the inning, you put the tying run on base with a base on balls. Not what you want to do, because that also means the guy at the plate is the go-ahead run. Big mistake.
Runner on first, 2 away. First pitch on the way to Sandoval. First pitch way out of the zone, ball 1. And Steve, what he's got to do now, you want to get this final out right here.
Well, you got to be very careful right here. You know, you don't want to say, hey, I walked a guy, let me throw one right over the plate and get ahead, because the hitter was sitting on a pitch down the middle.
Hit in the air to center field. And that'll retire the side. Caught by Wilson. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. Colorado's still hoping to put something up. And if you've just joined us, our broadcast of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. And Lincecum no luck with that pitch upstairs.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
Here's the 1-0. He lets the 1-0 pitch go by. 1-1.
Unless you stay back and really think about going the other way, you've got no chance of hitting that four-seamer down and away.
1-1 on the way. Headed for the middle. And that one is in there. His second hit today.
Well, a great job right there by the first hitter in this inning to get on base. And, you know, a lot of big innings are started with that first guy getting on. And you have 1 or 2 big innings in a game, and that can be the difference in the outcome.
You've got to keep the opponent close when you're behind. You've got speed on first base. They better keep him close, because if he gets in scoring position, it may just add on to this lead.
Strike started off the at-bat 0-1.
The key for any pitcher is establishing the four-seam fastball. Once you get that working, it gives you so many different options.
Posey calls for the pitch. And Lincecum out in front. No balls, 2 strikes.
Boy, he's got great movement on that two-seamer. It's one of the best around.
Big swing and a miss on a heater. Strike him out, 1 down.
Well, a great job getting it 0-2. That third pitch, unhittable.
Guess he figured, why waste the pitch, save the arm? He did.
Nice job.
Hanson gets a shot here. 0 for 2 thus far. One out. Runner on at first. And the first pitch. Hot shot towards the hole. The opportunity for offense is right now. Just kind of lean in, Steve, and slap that thing the other way on that kind of pitch.
Well, you can't pull that pitch. If you do, it's going to be a ground ball to short. You want to punch it to right field. He's one of the best at doing it.
Runners on first and second with 1 out. And the first pitch. The 0-0 delivery, a fastball taken for a strike.
The location and velocity are critical in throwing the fastball. He runs his good fastball up and away right here, and it's a take pitch.
He's at 0-2. He watched that fastball that was in there.
Well, that's a hittable pitch right there, Gary. A fastball in the inner part of the plate, but if you're looking out over the plate, sometimes it freezes you.
Lincecum with the delivery. This one's grounded foul wide of first. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And it falls in. Hitting streak continues. And he'll come in to score. Steve, looked like that was a strike. Ball was up high, but I think in the zone.
Well, up and away, but on an 0-2 count, you're thinking, I need to make contact. Exceptional job of eye-hand coordination.
It's Sosa at the plate. Steve, we've seen them continue to charge it up at the plate, and it doesn't look like they're going to be stopped.
I'll tell you what, Gary, we're seeing a solid, consistent, professional approach from these hitters, and it's paying off because they now have the lead.
2 men on, 1 out. And here's the first one. Big breaker on the 0-0 pitch. It's a called strike. Consistency matters. Don't give up at bats, and he didn't.
That's right. Consistency is the difference between the good teams and the bad teams. Let's see if the consistency continues.
Oh and 1. Lincecum kicks and deals. Swing and a line to left. Out number. Here comes the runner for the plate. A run comes home.
Big run right there. Good, productive, situational hitting. Finding a way to get that runner in. That's what contact does for you.
It's going to be Wilson now. And the offense here is putting on the show. Right now, they're in charge of this ball game.
You know, after giving up runs like that, this is where the pitcher has to bow his neck and shut down the opponent. Damage control.
This is where you begin to wonder whether this game is going to start slipping away or not. 2 outs and a man on first. Here's the first pitch. Swings and misses at the fastball. 0-1.
Well, Gary, to pick up what you were saying, you know, this game's not slipping away. They're still in it. But the pitcher has to make a pitch right now and get this guy out right now.
Let's see if he can get it done. He lets that fastball go by for a called strike. 0-2.
The hitter now needs to protect the plate. Think about going right back up the middle.
That one on the ground, played by Votto. And he'll step on first to retire the side. They pick up 2-3 hits, strand a man. Cubs with a 3-run lead. And it's Dan Uggla to lead it off. And the first pitch. He sends this one in the air towards center. It's down, a base hit. So that brings up Hanley Ramirez. The Cubs' schedule looks like this. Sunday they finish up this Colorado series. The Padres come into town, kicking off a homestand. That series bound to be competitive. That one kicks off Monday. They'll stay right there for the next set of games. The Los Angeles Dodgers. So, a lot of home games to look forward to. He's the best base stealer, leading the ball club in steals. Runner on first. And Ramirez settles in. First pitch. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, he really puts pressure on the opposing pitcher and catcher with the way he can steal bases, Gary.
Here's the delivery. Good patience. Hanley Ramirez letting it go by. Count is even.
Again, they left 4 runners on base so far in the game, so they've had a couple of opportunities, to be able to try to make something happen, but just have not been able to come up with a big hit or a long ball.
Then misses down in the zone. 2-1. He has hit .240 lifetime against the Cubs. The 2-1 pitch. And Ramirez with a swing misses that one. That'll even the count up. On Hanley Ramirez, not looking for that one. Strike 3.
Well, the hitter must have been thinking they were going to come inside there. Instead, they go away with the fastball. They tricked him.
Harper at the plate now. And he really gets a lot of attention. It doesn't matter whether he's home or on the road. Runner at first with one down. Here's the first pitch. Line towards third and foul.
Obviously, he's a major force in this lineup. They want people to get on base in front of him so he can hit it out of the park.
And he squares around but misses it for a strike. Fastball got him looking. 2 down.
A good sequence of pitches right there, using location and selection to get the strikeout.
Now Joey Votto batting with a runner on first. Great season, top 10 in RBIs. Votto gets set. Here's the pitch. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by. The pitch. And Joey Votto watches that one go by. Count is even. And in this matchup, lifetime .281 off the Cubs. Takes a swing at that fastball. Doesn't get to it. 1-2.
Well, climbing the ladder on him right there. He just throws that fastball right by him up in the zone.
Here's the pitch. And Joey Votto watches that one go by. Count is even.
Well, that two-seam fastball has to be thrown down in the zone. You throw it up, it flattens out, and you can get hurt.
Strike 3. Joey Votto swings right through that one. That'll send him packing. No runs at a base hit. They leave one man on at first. Cubs holding on to the lead. 5, 6, 7 hitters to get things started. And it's Billy Williams. And in the National League, top 5 in batting average. Lincecum with the delivery. That one's going to be put in play. McCutchen to field it. And that'll put Williams on first.
Just a solid offensive player day in and day out, and a guy that really can deliver for this offense.
And we've got Sandberg batting. Singled home a run in his last at bat. A runner on first, no outs. First pitch on the way. Swinging a drive, deep left center. And Gonzalez able to glide over. Not much of a problem on that one.
Well, they followed the advanced scouting reports to a T. They played the outfielders back that time, and he hit it right into the teeth of the defense.
One out, man on first. First pitch. And the pitch from Lincecum is good.
In order to throw that fastball away from the hitter, you have to get great extension out in front. Nice job of pitching.
Here's the pitch. 0-1 fastball and a called strike.
He looked like he was ready to swing that time at the plate, Gary, but he must have been looking for a different pitch as that fastball just paints the outside corner.
On the way. Wanted to get him fishing, but he misses. 1-2.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
The 1-2 pitch. Curveball. Ooh, where did that miss? 2-2. Two-two pitch. Missed inside with a fastball. The count runs full.
Well, he starts that two-seam fastball in the inside corner, but it just runs in on the hands just off the plate.
The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Second out in the inning.
Well, 2 strikes on the hitter, and he came inside. He just couldn't catch up quickly enough to it. He must have been thinking away.
It's going to be Banks. He singled and later scored in his last time up. Two outs and a man on first. First pitch to him. Lincecum too far outside. That's a ball.
Well, looking at this guy's pitch count, he's up over 80 pitches thus far. You wonder how long they're going to let him go.
And Posey sets up his target. Nope, that one not in there. Lincecum misses. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball just misses. He runs it to 3-0.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there. Four-seam fastball up in the zone.
And on that one, he's not going to get the call, so he will issue the walk.
Well, the pitcher's got to get his radar back in the strike zone right now if he wants to continue through this inning.
Chance up at the plate. Struck out swinging his last time up. Two men on and 2 men out. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses away. 1-0. Ready with a 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And there's the third out. They pick up no runs on a hit, and they lead 2-1. The Cubs 3, Colorado nothing. Cleanup batter due up next. And Carlos Gonzalez to lead it off. And Gonzalez settles in for his AB. First pitch. Fastball taken high. 1-0.
You talk about making a pitch when you need to make a pitch. You know, he's had some base runners on, but he's left them on, and that is the key. When you go out of the stretch, make the pitch, hit your spot, and get the big outs. And that's what he's done.
Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. That's over for a strike. 2-1. The 2-1 offering. Line towards second. One away. Buster Posey batting now with one away.
Well, a lot of the so-called experts didn't think the San Francisco Giants would have enough offense to contend in the National League West, but little did we know that Buster Posey would come up and be inserted in the middle of the lineup and produce runs like he did. We talk about a guy who did everything he can to help his team win. Buster Posey, to me, is a star for years to come.
Here's the pitch to Posey. Fastball in there, 0-1. Guys, Buster Posey was given the time to get to the major league level, and then time when he got here. I mean, he started playing at first base just so he could settle in, and then they moved him behind the plate, and we'll see where that goes, probably to the Hall of Fame.
Well, I tell you what, I think he has the talent to maybe get there, and certainly to be an MVP candidate in the future. And there's no doubt in my mind he was the MVP of the Giants in 2010, coming up, handling the pitching staff, and batting fourth on that team.
And that runs too far inside, 1-2.
Well, you saw the catcher right there setting up inside, and the pitcher just missed off the plate. Still a pretty good pitch, though.
Strike three. That's it for Buster Posey's AB. He's gone without a swing.
That slider started at him and broke down and in into the strike zone. Just locked up the hitter. Well, in this situation, coming into the game a little bit cold, you're going to do anything you can to get on base. You need base runners.
Two outs, bases empty. There's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. And that's going to be a base hit for Kemp. So that brings up Troy Tulowitzki.
Let's take a look at the rankings from last year and how Matt Kemp stood up. Third in triples, fifth in stolen bases. And the home run numbers were there for him last season, ranked in the top 15 in home runs, among the top end of power batters around the game.
A runner on first with 2 outs. Now Tulowitzki in the box. Tulowitzki makes contact, fouled off. Here's the pitch. He's wishing he laid off that one. A strike on a pitch in the dirt. The pitch. And he misses the high outside corner with it, 1-2.
Well, you watch how the hitter reacted to that. He had thoughts about chasing that pitch, but at the last second decided to lay off of it.
One-two pitch coming. And he leaves that one alone. Troy Tulowitzki, good patience, even count. Slider misses, takes the count full.
Well, this would be a perfect pitch if it stayed in the zone. This slider just slid right out of the zone, just off the bottom outside corner.
Now the pitch, the runner goes. There's a swing and a drive deep to left field. And he gets in there without a throw. And that will retire the side. Caught by Williams.
An outstanding effort so far in this one. 6 shutout innings, making pitches when he needs to. Defense helping him behind him. An outstanding team effort so far.
Colorado still hoping to put something up. Anson is the batter. He'll lead off the 7th inning. It's going to be Cole Hamels on the mound. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. Hit up the middle. And in there, second hit for him in the ball game on his fourth plate appearance.
Well, anytime you bring in a relief pitcher to come in a key situation, the last thing you want to do is for him to serve one up to the first hitter. That's exactly what he did, giving up that big base hit.
And Santos is batting. He'll try it again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Runner on first. The first pitch. Just missed with the fastball. 1-0.
Well, he tried that four-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
The 1-0 now. Ooh, that looked pretty good, but he falls behind. 2-0. And he lays off that one. It's inside for ball 3.
Well, a good pitch right there. He tried to get one in on his hands, but he just missed, though, in off the plate. Great pitch.
He delivers. Fastball. He's taking all the way. 3-1.
But clearly the hitter had the take sign on right there. He was taking all the way.
Good pitch at the letters and a full count. 3-2.
A good four-seam fastball right there. You have to know yourself. He didn't think he could catch up to it. Better off to take it.
He's running, heading for second. And it goes foul. Posey calls for the pitch. And that's another foul ball.
Well, this is something you work on every once in a while in batting practice, that defensive approach. You just try to see it and try to put it in play. And a lot of times you just try to foul off a pitch that you know you can't handle just to keep the at-bat alive. That's what he did right here. Practice paid off.
He's running. Change up in there, punches him out. Number 1. And he is safe, just beating that throw.
He only had a moderate lead off base here, but they hoped to get him with the throw, but he made it anyways. Now he's in second.
That's a real nice play right there. Timing, and he had it. It's Sosa at the plate.
Well, after a great 2008 postseason to help the Phillies win the World Series, Cole Hamels admittedly said that he didn't train as hard as he should. Well, 2010, he went back to work and had an unbelievable year with the career-best ERA of just over 3.
But Gary, although they have a lead, it still is fairly a close ball game. Right?
Swung on, line to right field. And certainly for Cole Hamels, guys, the highlight of the season had to be that complete game shutout. He had a 5-hitter against the Reds, allowing the Phillies to sweep that series, Steve.
I think last year a real credit to him to bounce back and acknowledge that maybe he hadn't done enough in the past. He was committed and focused, and I think being around Roy Halladay and Roy Oswalt made him a better pitcher as well.
Runners at first and third, 1 away. Here's Wilson's first look. They throw wide with the first one. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Came with a circle change, 2-0, and he can't catch up. 2-1. With 2 balls, 1 strike, Hamels deals. Back there in deep left center. That's going to one-hop off the wall. There's that first run. And a second run is across the plate. And he'll stop at second base. That'll be a 2-run double. On this win expectancy graph, we can see just how much damage that double has done.
Well, a key contributor in that last win, 3 big hits in that game, and he's seeming to find a way again to get it started.
And on second, one away. And Williams settles in. Here's the delivery. Couldn't get around in time. 0-1. Good arm action. Circle change, swung out and missed. 0-2. Hamill sets and throws. And this is bounced foul to the left side. Liner towards the hole. And another hit. They're really gunning right now. The Cubs in a nice position to capitalize.
They need to get an out right now. I mean, this offense just has kept the pressure on them. They need to regroup and get an out.
And we've got Sandberg batting. Flew out last time. And we've got Sandberg batting. Drove in a run earlier in the game. 2 men on, 1 out. First pitch on the way. First pitch a fastball. That's in there for a strike. Oh and 1. Broxton kicks and delivers. And it's plucked off the field. And there's 1. And 2, a double play. Well, they pick up 4 hits in the inning and 2 runs across. 5 runs up for the Cubs. And it's Pablo Sandoval to lead us off. First pitch on the way to Sandoval. That's high and away for ball 1.
Look here, listen, he's made pitches. They've had a few base runners on against him, no question about it. They've gotten a few hits, but he's been able to keep them from putting hit after hit after hit together. He's kept them off the scoreboard and let his defense do the work.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. That's 1 away.
Well, he's pitching with a lot of confidence out there right now and been very efficient with his stuff. A hard guy to beat when he's locked in, and he's clearly locked in today.
Now look at the teams who led the league in extra base hits last year. Brought to you by State Farm. The D-backs, number 1. The Reds, 2nd. In 3rd, the Brewers. The Rockies, 4th. And number 5, the Phillies rounded out.
Well, the bottom line is, as a hitter, you want to put yourself in scoring position any chance you can. Well, this team does it as good as anyone in the league at extra base hits. Seems like every time you look up, there's someone in scoring position making the pitcher work and the defense work extremely hard.
The pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And guys, when you take a look at Dan Uggla, there's really not one thing in his game that you look at and you say, wow. He doesn't have the great speed. He doesn't have the 40 home run power, but a consistent home run hitter and a consistent RBI guy. What more can you ask from a middle infielder?
Good spot that time. Hit that outside corner. 1-2. And with Uggla, the 27 home runs were in his first year, and since then he's upped it. Over 30 every year since then, John.
Well, you know what? I think John's right that there's nothing that wows you except when you start to think about the position that he plays. And Dan Uggla at second base putting up that kind of power production is really unheard of in the game.
2-2, a slider. That misses. 3-2.
Now that breaking ball down and in is a tough pitch because the hitter oftentimes swings over the top of it or he pounds it into that front foot.
Swung on and fouled away.
Foul.
The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, he walked him.
Well, after a long, epic battle, this at-bat ends in a walk? Are you kidding me? Someone should have got struck out or someone should have got a hit. But the hitter will take the walk.
So that brings up Hanley Ramirez.
But when he was coming into his own with the Florida Marlins, Hanley Ramirez was always compared to Jose Reyes. Speed, power, the ability to change games with hits and with your legs. But Hanley Ramirez right now has put himself in a class of his own.
One out, runner on at first. The pitch. Fastball, too low, 1-0. Hanley Ramirez, as John said, it in a class of his own because he's one of those shortstops who delivers power, one of the modern-day shortstops, I guess you'd say.
You know, it's interesting. I said, for me, rather than comparing him to Jose Reyes.
Ramirez, ground ball. The opportunity for offense is right now.
Well, he swung the bat well in the last game, getting 2 hits, and he seems to be continuing it in this one.
Harper is the batter. Called out on strikes in his last appearance. One out with runners at first and second. Here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball misses badly that time. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a liner to right center. And it gets down. The streak is on. Douglas scores.
Well, the shutout broken up right there, but I tell you what, no shame in the performance he's given in this one. He's been outstanding.
Here's a look at the league leaders at the plate last season, brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, Carlos Gonzalez. Second is Joey Votto. Third, Troy Tulowitzki. Matt Holliday 4th. And Albert Pujols, he's number 5.
All these guys have a similar trait, that ability to put the good part of the bat on the ball and make solid contact on a consistent basis.
A smash towards the hole. And Ramirez is home.
Well, that's the 3rd straight hit against him. Clearly, he's running out of gas right now. I don't know how much longer you can leave him in.
Runners on first and second with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Off the plate with a fastball, and it's 1-0.
You got to like their approach here right now. I mean, they know they just need to get base runners. When you get base runners, give yourself opportunities to score. You can do it, and they picked up a couple runs just by doing that.
One 1-0 is a fastball that runs away. 2-0.
Well, he had the right idea in mind, trying to get that fastball down and away. Just missed. Now let's see how he comes back with the next one.
He's ready. Now the 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, a fastball, but he missed. Strike 1.
Well, that two-seam fastball down and away. It's awfully tough to center that ball and make solid contact. That time he couldn't even make any contact.
Comes set. Slider called strike 2.
Well, the backdoor breaking ball right there. They set up away and executed the pitch perfectly.
Low and a bit outside for a ball. 3-2 now.
Well, his pitch count right now is up in triple digits, over 100 pitches. He could be running on fumes right now. The pitching coach, though, is going to have to keep an eye and just to see if he has that same movement on his pitches as he had earlier in the game. If he doesn't, you better go get him.
That misses, ball 4. The potential tying run on base.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to have quality at bats, get that pitch count up. And I tell you what, he worked this pitcher. It's going to be tough for him to get this next hitter out after working that walk on so many pitches.
Now the opportunity's there for Buster Posey. And he has a real shot now to do some real damage.
Well, Gary, he wants to get a base hit here, but if he puts it in play, he just has to avoid a double play.
This could be their last chance to get into this game. Now he's the possible go-ahead run at the plate.
But Gary, he's going to look for a pitch that he can drive, something up in the zone to try to hit it deep, possibly over the wall.
3 on and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Posey. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. He's not hit well in this particular matchup. He's just 167 off the Cubs. At the belt, the 1-0. Fastball low, 2-0.
Well, this doesn't look good right here. I mean, you're looking out at this pitcher. You can tell he's definitely rattled. He can't find the zone. This could be dangerous.
Line shot into center field. That'll be a base hit and an RBI.
Well, anytime you're a hitter in a ball game and they bring in a relief pitcher to come in and face you, you know the last thing he wants to do is get behind the count. So you got to be aggressive. He's going to try to come in and throw strikes. Grab that bat and let it fly early. And that's what he did here to get this hit to narrow the gap.
Now Matt Kemp. And a golden opportunity late in the ball game.
The key is at least get 1 run in here, make contact, and stay out of the double play.
Bases are loaded here with only 1 away. Now a check swing here. They want to confirm that down at first. Did he go? No swing is the call on the appeal. A 1-0 now. Swing and a miss by Kemp on that one to not the count.
A good progress for this offense. Anytime you can put up a crooked number in a comeback, that really helps. They picked up 3.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Kemp puts it on the ground. Picked up. There's one. Decides not to try for the double play. Hangs on to it.
Well, what an at-bat right there. You know, you're talking about a guy coming off the bench cold. It's one of the toughest things to do in all of baseball, and he made it look easy.
Two men on, 2 men out. He deals. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
Well, you start off the inning thinking, let's start pecking away at the lead. Let's come back in this ball game. Well, I don't think anybody said let's get 4 right here, so good job offensively.
Here's the pitch. That one misses. It gets away from the catcher. And they'll just have to set on this one, so everybody's safe. Now the 1-1 pitch. Missed with the fastball outside, 2-1. He has a .286 batting average against the Cubs. And it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Tulowitzki loves these counts. Looks for extra base hits.
Well, even though you're 3-1 in the count, you still have to be patient at the plate. Make him throw a quality pitch. If he does, be ready for it. And if you're the pitcher, you better not throw anything down the middle and hope he's taking it, because he can take you out of the yard.
That misses, ball 4. So that's going to set up a force at any base now with 2 outs.
He goes with the fastball in the 3-ball count, which is what he should do here. Be aggressive, but he throws it out of the zone, and now bases loaded. Pablo Sandoval out there right now. Look at that look of determination in his eyes. He clearly wants to come up with a big hit.
And he needs to come through here with 2 down.
Infield got to play back in this situation and get the out at the easiest base.
Two outs, bases loaded. First pitch on the way to Sandoval. That one sails high for a ball, 1-0. Batting 10 for 22 last year against the Cubs. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Pablo Sandoval not making contact. Count is now even. Here it comes. There's a ground ball. Up with it. And he'll step on first to retire the side. They pick up 4 hits in the inning, wind up with 4 crossing the plate. Colorado trying to get back in a position to challenge the lead. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. And Broxton can't get him to swing at that low pitch.
Well, he's trying to run that fastball low and inside. Just couldn't quite pick up that corner. Didn't get the call.
1-0 on the way. Fastball misses badly. He's behind 2-0. The 2-0 pitch towards center field. And in there, base hit.
Well, that's the start they wanted right there. You get the first guy on with the inning. No outs. Big things could happen now.
It's going to be Banks. 2 for 2 in the game.
Well, they're not going to disregard him at first base, but he's not much of a threat to go. I think they've got to focus on the hitter right now.
And it's 0-1. Broxton gets him looking.
Well, he gets the breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. He must have been looking for something else.
Here's the pitch. That one is going to miss. Low for a ball, 1-1. A swing line to left center. And he gets it down. That's his 3rd hit. 3 for 3.
We talk about a guy who's swinging it right now as good as anybody. That's his 3rd hit of the ball game thus far. Let's see if this can mount a rally with nobody out.
Chance up now. Last time up, flew out. No one out yet. Runners at first and second. And here's the first one. Cut on and missed, and it's 0-1.
It's tough for hitters to protect both sides of the plate. You can't protect the outside and the inside, especially when you're throwing your fastball down and away.
And here's the pitch. Hit in the air to left center. And Gonzalez. One away.
Now, it's fair to say, Gary, they needed that out badly. Now he's got to come right back at him and get another one. They're down. They cannot give up more runs here this late in the game.
One out with runners at first and second. Broxton with the delivery. That one's drilled to short. Gets one. And they'll get the double play. Ramirez there to finish that. They pick up no runs on 2 hits and strand 1. The Cubs 5, Rockies 4. And it's Dan Uggla to lead it off. 6 for 20, 300 average last year against the Cubs. Number 43 will be coming on to take over on the mound as they make the pitching swap. Fastball just misses. 1-0.
Well, you go to the 8th inning right here, and obviously the game's getting much shorter here. 2 innings left in this one, and you've got the 1-run lead. But you have to go out there and try to get something going and force them to put the...
He makes contact, line drive. And that's number 1.
That ball was hit so hard, the second baseman barely had time to react, but playing in the right spot, he gets the out.
Here's the first pitch. Watches the off-speed pitch. Ends up 0-1.
Well, I think for the pitcher's perspective, keep the ball down. Keep it in the ballpark and keep it out of the gap. Force them to hit singles and lump hits together.
Pitch on the way. Strike, and Ramirez is going to have to be careful here of the K.
This pitcher being very aggressive throwing strikes. I think he's going to try to get him to chase.
Fastball in there, struck him out number 2.
Oh, you take a look at the pitch sequence right there. 3 straight quality strikes.
Well, tight games like this, you get going late. You love to get these outs as quickly as you can.
Well, quickly and efficiently, and the best way to do it is a strikeout. No room for error right there. Gets the big one on 3 pitches.
Harper is up now. Singled and scored his last time around. 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the first pitch, and he lays one down here. Marmol throws to first in time. That's 3 down. Nothing doing here in this half inning. Cubs holding on to the lead. And Santos is batting. He's going to start the 9th inning. Broxton unable to find the strike zone.
Oh, it's a great fastball right there, down in the strike zone. Now there's so many ways to go. Let's see how he comes back to attack this hitter.
A 1-0 pitch. I think he lost the feel on that slider, and it's 2-0. Fastball, look out. That one is right at his head.
Well, when you try to establish the inside part of the plate, sometimes you hit the batter and he gets his base. That time he doesn't hit him and he sends a message.
And the leadoff man's job, get on base. He does it there with ball 4.
Walking the leadoff man, it's not a good sign. That's a close pitch, but he walks him in 4 pitches, and now he's got to go after the next guy.
It's Sosa at the plate. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. No one out and a runner on first. Now the first pitch. Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. One away. And that will hold him at first.
Well, I followed the scouting reports. They moved the outfielders back before the play, and they were in exactly the right position to be able to make the catch. Good coaching.
It's going to be Wilson now. He doubled home a couple in his last at bat. One down, runner at first. And the first pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. Two men have been put away. And it's Billy Williams. Two outs and a man on first. Broxton with the delivery. Fastball misses away. 1-0. Pauses and now the 1-0. That one on the ground, played by Votto.
Well, a big two-out hit right there. That's his third hit of the game so far. This man's doing what he has to do to help his team win.
Big-time players live for these moments like this, Gary.
He'll get another shot after hitting into that double play last time up.
Well, with no speed at second base, they're not going to steal here. They just need to get a good secondary lead and make sure he can score on the single.
Broxton too far outside. That's a ball. That's high, 2-0.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there. Forcing fastball up in the zone.
And the 2-0 pitch is a fastball low, 3-0.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location and, believe me, very difficult to hit.
Swing and a rocket toward short. Ramirez, a nice play on that one. Now they can all run. And he will score from second base. Oh, he has thrown it away, safe all around. Bad throw.
A chance to find out what these guys are made of right now, Gary.
Had a couple of hits, 4 trips to the plate. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. And the first pitch. And it's 0-1. Broxton gets him looking.
Well, he gets the breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. He must have been looking for something else.
Here's the delivery. Fouled off. Hit sharply towards the hole. And they get him at first base. Good hustle by the pitcher to get over there.
Now, great work by the pitcher there. He's normally not called upon to play first base. He does a nice job completing the task and getting the out.
So they score a run, 1 hit, and leave a man on. 2-run ball game. Cubs lead. And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Crunk bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And Joey Votto's up. Looking back to last season, Was a 259 average against the Cubs. Smith will be the new pitcher as they make the pitching swap. On the way.
Ball.
And Joey Votto watches that one go by. Count is even.
Pitching-wise, you want to make them earn it. Force them to get a base hit right here. Force them to put it in play. Throw strikes.
And he looks at a slider in there, and it's 1-2 now. Here's the delivery. Strike three. Joey Votto swings right through that one. That'll send him packing.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
One away, and here's Carlos Gonzalez. And Gonzalez settles in for his AB. First hit up the middle. Reaction time critical in this play if you're going to get it in the air.
You're not going to see many plays better than this one. The instant it leaves the bat, he reacts quickly and reaches out and makes the catch.
Now State Farm takes a look at who had the most triples last year.
You can never underestimate the value of speed on the game. It's not only taking the extra base, but it's also the pressure it puts on the defense to force them to quickly make a play.
Here's the pitch to Posey.
Ball.
Hit on the ground. This could be the end. And he can't make the play. This could be trouble. And it's up against the wall.
Well, with 2 outs and you get a big double right here, the last thing you want to do is get stranded. You got a little momentum. You got the pitcher on the ropes. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Okay, it's quite a showdown we have right here. Young Matt Kemp coming up, looking very confident to play.
Now, all of a sudden, this team's got the tying run, Steve, at the plate.
And with first base open, we're going to have to see how the pitcher wants to handle this.
Two outs and a runner on second. The pitch. Fastball too low. 1-0. He's hit .283 lifetime off the Cubs. Low for a ball, and it's 2-0.
Well, that fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
Here's a slider for a called strike. 2-1.
He has great rotation on his breaking ball right here, and he hits the perfect spot. The hitter just gave up on it.
Two-one pitch. And that one is a fly ball. This could do it. Wilson will field. That's going to be a wrap. Final out of the ball game.
Well, Gary, Chicago played a solid all-around ball game today and pulled out a close one. They've got to feel good about themselves.
And it's about time to award our player of the game, don't you think?
Well, you know, Gary, a lot of times it doesn't matter how many hits you get, but when you get those hits. And sometimes it only takes one, and that's how this game was decided today. That one big hit was the reason this team won. That's why he's our clutch performer.
And Steve, they're able to put this one away in the record books. That's a good victory.
Hey, anytime you can go on the road and beat another major league team, you've got to consider yourself fortunate.
So for Steve Phillips and John Kruk, I'm Gary Thorne. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.